Good morning friends. Up to now in chapter first, in permutation group chapter, we took definition of permutation group. Also we understand the cycle, disjoint cycle, how we can write the permutation, some permutation in a language of disjoint cycles, how we can do the product of two cycles, how we can do the product of two permutations. We also observe two methods to do the product of two permutation. Then we also took even permutation, odd permutation, properties of permutation, properties of even permutation. We also find inverse of permutation. Then in today's lecture we are going to take some more properties of even permutation and odd permutation. After that we will also try to understand what is alternating group. Note that set of all even permutation in Sn that also form the group. What is the properties? What are the properties of alternating group? These things we are going to see in our lecture. I hope you will enjoy this lecture. This is the last lecture on the chapter 1, means permutation group. So please observe neatly all problems, definition, remark. So let us start our topic about some theorems, some remarks on even and odd permutation. And one thing you remember, that the only way to learn mathematics is to do the mathematics. You have to take the notebook and write all problems, and you have to solve thoroughly all problems, not just observe these video lectures. You are the real hero. No pain, no gain. So friends, let's start theorem. Let C be the cycle of length R in symmetric group Sn. Prove that C is odd permutation if R is even integer. And second is, similarly we can state C is even permutation if R is odd permutation. Means suppose we take the cycle C equal to 1, 2, 3, means 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 3 and 3 goes to 1. This cycle having length 3 and it is odd or even, please tell me, just think on it. So you will get the answer. Cycle C equal to 1, 2, 3 is even permutation because its length, and one thing you observe, its length is 3. So we can make the theorem, if C is a even permutation, then R is a odd integer. Similarly, just take single transposition, that is odd permutation, and transposition having cycle of length 2. So we can generalize this theorem. So friends, let us prove this theorem. Since C is a cycle of length R, so it can be represented as a C equal to x1, x2, dash dash dash, xr. So we know the theorem regarding any cycle can be expressed as a product of transposition. So by that theorem we can write as a C equal to x1, xr. In second transposition, x1, xr minus 1. Next is x1, xr minus 2. In a similarly dash 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 x1, x3, x1, x2. if you count these are R minus 1 transposition. See here, we start from 2 and reach up to R, not from 1. That's why that is R minus 1 transposition. So if you think about R, that R is an integer, so there may be two possibilities, two cases. One is R is even integer, second is R is odd integer. So let us break this proof into two parts. Case 1, R is even integer. So in case 1, if R is even integer, R minus 1 is odd integer by property of integer. So R minus 1 is odd integer, means C is a odd permutation, because these are the R minus 1 transposition. Similarly, in case 2, if R is odd integer, then R minus 1 is even integer, then product of even transposition. So these are even transposition, so C is a even permutation. So friends, now we take next theorem, depend on even and odd permutation. So this theorem states that on the n factorial permutation, on n symbols, n factorial by 2 are even permutations and n factorial by 2 are odd permutation. Means 50% even permutation and 50% odd permutation in Sn normally. So all of you understand this statement. So let us start our proof for this theorem. So let Sn be the set of all permutation defined on n distinct symbols. Then Sn contains n factorial distinct permutation. This we already observed. Sn contains n distinct permutation. Some are even permutation, some are odd permutation. So suppose E1, E2, dash dash dash, ES, E suffixes be even permutations, and let's suppose O1, O2, dash dash dash, OR be odd permutation, and Sn made up of even and odd permutation. So suppose there are R number of distinct odd permutation, S number of distinct even permutation. So R plus S will be n factorial, because Sn contains n factorial distinct permutation. So suppose give this name as a 1 to this equation. So as per the statement given in the theorem, we will have to prove that R is equal to, value of R is n factorial divided by 2, means n factorial by 2 are odd permutation, and we have to also prove S equal to n factorial by 2, means n factorial by 2 are even permutation. S be the number of even permutation. So consider some collection of products, say E1O1, E2O2, E3O3, sorry, E1O1, E2O1, E3O1, dash dash dash, like that, ESO1. So we multiply by O1 to all even permutation, and we know the property of even and odd permutation. Even permutation into odd permutation is odd permutation. So all these are nothing but the equation 2 denote the collection of all odd permutation. So this will be the subset of O1, O2, dash dash dash, OR. Since it is subset, we can definitely say S is less than equal to R. Moreover, these are the distinct Why it is distinct? Because if you consider, suppose both are equal, OI O1 equal to OJ O1, we come to the conclusion OEI equal to EJ. So if EI and EJ are distinct, then EI01, EJ01, they are also different, because P implies Q. So this, using this, negation of P, negation of Q implies negation of P. This is our statement, say P, and this is as a Q. So negation of Q implies negation of P. So in short, they are distinct, and so we can conclude the conclusion S less than equal to R. Why we are doing this? Can you tell me? Again, focus on our claim. We have to prove R is equal to S also. How we can prove R is equal to S? We can show R less than equal to S, and second is S less than equal to R. Using this, we can prove R equal to S. So we are focusing to get the inequality R less than equal to S. So this we obtain by using, this is a subset, 2 is a subset of O1, O2, dash 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 OR. That's why, and it contain R element, it contain S element. So S definitely less than equal to R. Now next target is we have to prove R less than equal to S. So how we have to prove? So again, R is a number of odd total number of odd permutation. So O1 into O1 means O1 square, O1 into O2, O1 into O3. In this way, O1 into OR. If we take this collection, and we know the property of product of two odd permutation, odd into odd is even permutation. That's why this is even permutation, this is even permutation. So, and how many even permutation these are? These are distinct even permutation. Why they are distinct? Again, if you take any two are equal, say O1, OI, here pre-multiply by O1 to all these odd permutation. So O1 into OI equal to O1 into OJ. If these are both are equal, then we come to the conclusion OI equal to OJ. Means if OI not equal to OJ, we get O1 OI is not equal to O1 OJ. Means negation of Q implies negation of P again. In short, they are distinct even permutation, and we know how many number of even permutation there are. S number of even permutation. So this is also, see this is subset of even permutation. So, and these are R elements. So R less than equal to S. So from this fourth and from this 3 we get R equal to S. And if we substitute in 1, what is 1? R plus S equal to n factorial. So both are equal, so 2 are equal to n factorial, means R equal to n factorial by 2. Similarly 2s, R plus S means 2s, both are equal. So 2s equal to n factorial means s equal to n factorial by 2. This we want to prove. So I think you understand this one. Now we take the definition of alternating group. What is the definition? The set n of all even permutation of set S defined on n symbol, which forms a group with respect to product of permutation, is called alternating group. See here, we already observe collection of all possible permutations defined on n symbol, that is a group. After that, this is also note that the collection of all only even permutation, not odd, I am saying. That also forms a group with respect to product of permutation. What is the binary operation here? Here binary operation is multiplication, but that is not usual multiplication, that is the multiplication of permutations. And this collection n is called alternating group. This is also one of the important group that is also used in topic related to properties of chemical bonding. So En is a subgroup of Sn always, and cardinality of En means number of element in En are n factorial by 2, because Sn has n factorial elements.
So friends, observe that is this example. In S3 symmetric group of order 6 depend on 3 symbols containing 6 permutation I 1, 2 like that, and we have to question is asked find A3 or write the subgroup of S3. What is subgroup of S3? That is also we can say A3 is one of the subgroup. Find the elements in A3. So what is solution? Since cardinality of S3 is 6, because it depends on 3 symbols, so 3 factorials instead of n factorial, we plugging the values n by 3, and we know the property of alternating group. So cardinality of an means alternating group, that is n factorial divided by 2, n equal to 3 here. So cardinality of A3 means number of element in A3 will be 3. So n is equal to identity always even permutation, note that. Second is 1, 2, 3, this cycle of length 3. Since this cycle of length 3, that is a product of 2 transposition. See here 1, 2, 3, that can be represented by product of 2 transposition, namely 1, 3 into 1, 2, by using property that 1, 3, 1, 2 from left to right, like this way. Similarly, we can talk about this is also U1 permutation. Here see, these are 6 permutation. So out of 6, 1, this 2 and last 3, all these are even permutation. We took the collection of these. We are not taking these one because this is single transposition, they are odd permutation. 1, 2 is odd, 1, 3 is odd, 2, 3 is odd. So we have to omit this and only 3 remains. That forms a alternating group because it satisfies closure property. If we took the product of this, inverse of 1, 2, 3 is this one 1, 3, 2, because 3 inverse of 1, 2, 3 is 3, 2, 1, means 3 goes to 2, 2 goes to 1, 1 goes to 3. Inverse of 1, 3, 2 is 1, 2, 3. Identity element also present. Closure property also satisfy, because if you take any two, if you write the composition table of this, or you can take the product of any two elements in this, then that comes in the this set A3. Closure property satisfy, associative also satisfied. That is a good homework to you. Identity element already present, existence of identity property satisfied. Existence of inverse, each element has inverse. Inverse of identity is identity. This identity element means permutation, like identity permutation we already discussed. Here inverse of 1, 2, 3 is 1, 3, 2. Inverse of 1, 3, 2 is 1, 2, 3. So in short, all four properties satisfied by the elements in A3. That's why it is a group, and that group is A3 is subgroup also of S3. Now let us take example. Compute A inverse BA, and we have given A equal to a permutation, that is a product of two cycles B is also given, that is also in terms of cycle. Means if you observe B equal to 1 goes to 2, 2 goes to 5, 5 goes to 7, and 7 goes to 1, like this way. And all these two permutations in symmetric group S7. Also express A inverse BA as a product of disjoint cycle. So why this example we can going to study, that will also we will discuss. So first of all, you observe, just substitute, consider the A inverse BA, substitute the value of A, that means this product of two cycles, bracket raised to -1 power. B is as it is, and this is again A. So observe carefully. This is A is nothing but the A. And this A inverse is nothing but the this one. So we know the property of the product of two permutation, C into D, and if you take the inverse, then its inverse is described as a D inverse C inverse. We can generalize this one, C D E. There is a product of three permutation or three cycle, we can say. Then C D E, bracket inverse means E inverse, D inverse, C inverse, like this. We can verify also by taking permutation with the example. You can verify this property. This is also very important property. So with this property, so we can write as a 1 2 3 bracket inverse, this cycle inverse, into 1 5 inverse, and remaining thing is as it is. And we know the property of inverse of cycle. This is cycle. What is inverse of cycle? Here cycle, if you write in reverse way, you have to write to find the inverse. Means 5 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1, and 1 goes to 5 again. If you do not understand neatly, you can consider like this. This is 1, 3, 1 goes to 3, 3 goes to 5. This cycle in this direction. So to find the inverse, we have to take in reverse way. Means 1 goes to 5, 5 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1. That's why we have to take 5 goes to 3. Start from any element. 5 goes to 3, 3 goes to 1, and 1 goes to 5 again. So in short, we succeed to express as a to simplify this one, means as a product of cycles. So here we have to write to find the product. Observe carefully. So for this we use the highlighter. We start from left side. First of all, we have to write 1 2 3 4 up to 7, because we have given symmetric group depend on 7 symbols. So what is image of 1? How we can decide? Here image of 1 I already wrote. Because 1 goes to 3, we have to observe 3 in right brackets. So 3 here is not there, here also not there, here also not there, but here is. And image of 3 is 1. So that's a total 1 goes to 1. See here, 1 goes to 3 and 3 goes to last destination is 1. So total 1 goes to 1. Now focus on 2. Here whether 2 is present? No. Here also not present. Here 1 and 5 there. Here 2 is present. So what is 2 goes to 5? So search for 5 in rightmost circular brackets. So 5 is there, 5 goes to 1, and again try to search 1 on right brackets. 1 is also there, and image of 1 is 5. So in short, 2 goes to 5. That's a 2 goes to 5 here. Again observe for 3. Here 3 is there, 3 goes to 5. Again observe 5, try to search 5 on right hand side bracket of this main bracket, left bracket. 5 goes to 1, image of 5 is 1. Again try to search 1, here 1 also there, image of 1 is 2. And try to search 2, 2 is not there here, also not there. So lastly image of 3 is 2, so 3 goes to 2. Similarly here 4 is not present, means image of 4 is 4. 6 also not present, image of 6 is 6. And try for now 5. 5 goes to 1, since it is cycle, 5 goes to 1. Try to search for 1, 1 goes to 5, means 5 goes to 1, 1 goes to 5, and 5 goes to 7. And try to search 7, here 7 is not present, so last destination is 5 goes to 7. Similarly for now 7, focus on 7 here. What is the image of 7? How we get image of 7 is 3, here 7 is not there, here also not there, here also 7 present here. Image of 7 is 1, 7 goes to 1. And try to search 1 now, here 1 is there, 1 goes to 5. Try to search 5, 5 goes to 3. Here not remaining brackets are not present, so lastly we can say 7 goes to 3. That's why image is 7 goes to 3. So write in cycle form. 1 goes to 1, this, so we no need to write, or if you want we can write like this, or for 4 also we can write 4 and circular bracket, 6 circular bracket, no need to write. So 2 goes to 5, 5 goes to 7, 7 goes to 3, and 3 goes to again 2, so means pre-placement. This we write up to first element, whether present or not, or up to first element. So we get value of A inverse B A is equal to this. And what is value of B? That is, we can write that 2 goes to 5, 5 goes to 7, and 7 goes to 1. So here there is a difference between this B and this, so that is not equal to B. So sometimes, okay, this is a final answer, but from this example we can get the idea. It is not necessary always we get A inverse B A equal to B. Sometimes in exam question may be asked, give the example such that A inverse B A equal to B is not equal to B. So at that time we have to give such type of example. So from this we can understand the properties of group and difference between product of permutation and product of some real number or like that. Because in real number, if you take the product of 3 numbers like this, 3 inverse, take A equal to 3, B equal to 4, and group like take a set of real numbers. So image of 3 is 1 by 3, 1 by 3 into 4 into 3, 3 get cancel, only 4 is remain. But here equality not satisfied, because this is not usual multiplication and that is not usual group. Okay, I hope you understand this problem neatly. Now we take one important remark about order of permutation. Order of permutation F has the LCM of length of disjoint cycles in the transposition of F. Suppose sigma is permutation, instead of F here we use sigma notation, that is represented as a product of disjoint cycles. It contains 3 cycles. First is cycle of length 2, second is cycle of length 3, third is cycle of length 2. This sigma permutation belongs to SN, symmetric group, depend on 7 symbol. So how we can calculate the order? So order we can calculate by taking LCM. Here length 2 is 2, here length is 3, that's why we take 3. Here again length 2 is 2. So we have to take the LCM of 3 numbers, 2, 3, 2. What is LCM of 2, 3, 2? That is 6. Least common multiple.